Hello, my friend. I was sitting looking at some of the products in my makeup collection and I was thinking, you know what? There are certain products from each brand that make me think of that brand because that's the product from that brand that stands out. That's the product that I always want to use from that brand. That's when I think about this brand, I think about this one product. So today I'm going to be sharing with you the one product from 20 different brands that make me go, yes! So if that sounds interesting to you, hang tight, we're getting into it right now. So I've got 20 different brands to share with you. Let's just go ahead and get started. So let's start with probably the most controversial one. Let's talk about Morphe. And I do own quite a few Morphe eyeshadow palettes. I've tried their foundation, I've tried their concealer, I've tried their powder, I've tried quite a bit of stuff from Morphe, some of their brushes, but my favorite product from Morphe by far, probably the only product that I can say I actually really truly love and enjoy from Morphe is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I know not everybody loves this palette, but I really love this palette. I've taken this for travel quite a few times. It is quite dirty, but I have loved this thing. I feel like it's very, very easy to use. I feel like this is by far their best Morphe formula. They have a ton of eyeshadow formulas. They're not nearly the same when you get a 35 whatever palette or a 39 whatever palette. It's not gonna be the same formula. The foiled shades are very creamy, very easy to use. The mattes are very blendable, very buildable. There's only, I believe, one shade in here that I don't like, and I'm trying to remember which one it is. I think that it's this one here. Yes, this one here 24/7 is like kind of weak. I think that she said you're supposed to use that in a different way. Girlfriend doesn't have time for that. But yeah, I just really love this palette overall. I definitely think that it's worth the price of it and I continue to use it. I really like it. Moving on to a brand that is not as talked about but is very underrated is the brand COL-LAB. They sell it at Sally Beauty. Their eyeshadow palettes are fantastic. They're really, really good. This one here is the shadow palette. What is this one called? This one is called Best of the Day and it's just kind of a traditional warm palette. If you have a Sally Beauty near you, if you're looking for a drugstore priced eyeshadow palette that can actually perform and do well, definitely recommend this one. Let's move away from eyeshadow palettes for a minute. I thought about talking about Lorac eyeshadow palettes because I do really enjoy them, but I think something that's very underrated from Lorac are their lipsticks. These lipsticks are so creamy and so amazing. They feel really good on the lips. They're just a really good quality lipstick and the lasting power on them is very good for a cream lipstick. Definitely recommend these. I just realized I'm kind of popping all over the place here. Let's do some complexion products for a minute. Flower Beauty, favorite product from Flower Beauty that I tested thanks to all of the recommendations to test some Flower Beauty products, the Light Illusion Foundation. I am wearing it on my face today. I really, really love the finish of this. It is very light, beautiful, not too matte, not too dewy, just a nice balanced foundation. They don't have a great shade range of this. I wish that it went quite a bit deeper, but the formula itself, I personally really enjoy. The lasting power on this is really, really good. I feel like it looks close to the same at the end of the day as it does in the beginning of the day. My only complaint is if you have wrinkles, it does settle into my wrinkles. I feel more than a lot of other foundations. Of course, when your face wrinkles, it's gonna collect. I mean, that's just what happens. But I feel like it's more with this than other foundations. So if you have less wrinkles, I would recommend this even more. Concealer, ColourPop concealer. Oh my gosh, look at this. When have you ever seen a product this well used on my channel? Ever. Never. Because I'm always flip-flopping and using different products, but I can't stop using this ColourPop concealer. It's so good. It is just, remember how I was just talking about a second ago with the Flower Beauty foundation, how it gets all up in my wrinkles and it likes to just settle in there? I feel like this does not settle in the fine lines under my eyes. I don't know what magic is in this. I don't get it, but it is fabulous. I love the brightening effect of this particular shade. This is Light 14, works perfectly on my eyes. I love the way it blends in and it just gives a gorgeous, gorgeous finish. I don't have acne, so I can't speak to it concealing acne, but as far as under eye brightening, evening out of skin tone, I absolutely love it. ULTA brand. I really need to dig back into ULTA brand and try some more things from them and maybe do another one of those ULTA brand reviews. This product I discovered when I did an ULTA brand review quite a long time ago and I have repurchased it and repurchased it since then. This is their matte eye primer. It is fantastic. It is really, really good. The formula is actually very similar to the Urban Decay primer potion. It's very, very good. It's got a little bit of a light skin tone kind of color, so it does mute out some discoloration, but it's not like intense, like another product that I'm gonna show you in just a second. This is the MAC Paint Pot, and it is my favorite MAC product by far. This is the one in Painterly. I know this is old school. For a while, people were making fun of me for using this. They're like, Jen, we are not back in 2016. Why are you still using the MAC Painterly Paint Pot? Because it works. That's why I'm still using it. It's really, really good at muting out discoloration, just giving a really nice base for my eyeshadows. It's just good. That's why I keep using it, because it's good. Benefit Brows. I feel like Benefit Brows is one of the only things I need from Benefit, to be honest. I do like some of their blushes, but their brow products are so stinking good. This is the Foolproof Brow Powder. This is definitely my favorite brow powder of all time. I used to have other favorites, but then this like topped it for me. Pretty much every single time I want to go do my brows and I use something other than this recently, I'm kind of like, should I choose the Foolproof Brow Powder? Even the other Benefit products. I feel like this just looks so nice in my particular brows with the sparseness. Like I've got some spaces like in the center of my brows, and then I fill in the middle section, and I just feel like it really makes my brows look amazing and super natural. Beauty Bakerie Flower Setting Powder is by far my favorite Beauty Bakerie product. I'm not a big fan of their eyeshadows. I find them to not really perform very well, to be honest, but this stuff is amazing. It is really, really cute when you get it in the packaging. It looks like a little flower bag, which is adorable. And it's just a fantastic setting powder. It comes in one of these little sifters, but since I always keep it open, that's why mine looks a hot mess on the inside. But it sets my makeup so nicely and really leaves just this beautiful finish to my skin without over mattifying my skin. And also it's got a really nice lasting power on top of foundation. So really, really enjoy this. Okay, speaking of face products, there's really only been one product from Ciaté that I've enjoyed, and it's this bronzer. This is called Palm Island, and it's just a beautiful bronzer. I am wearing it today. It's kind of like here and a little bit over on my cheeks there. It's really beautiful. I love how lightly this builds. I feel like with a bronzer, the last thing I want to do is accidentally put on too much and have to blend it out because it ends up just looking insane. The build on this is beautiful, where it goes on really light and then you can just slowly build it up. It's just fantastic, just really good product. Milk Makeup, they're holographic highlighter stick in Mars. I don't know how much I've talked about this recently. I know it was in favorites and fails. I don't know where else to talk about. I talk about this thing so much. I am like, I can't stop using it. It is so stinking good. I like it because it really melds into my skin. Maybe it's my skin tone, but it melds in so beautifully and gives this gorgeous like peachy shine, but it's not like just a peach. It's got like a little shift to it, a little iridescent shift to it. And it's just absolutely beautiful, and I love the way that it feels on my skin. It's not oily, it's not dry, it just applies perfectly. Absolutely love this. Speaking of highlighters, I was having trouble deciding whether I want to talk about Ofra liquid lipsticks or Ofra highlighters, and I think I'm gonna go with the highlighters just because of the lasting power of them and the bling, okay? This is not gonna give you like an all-star NikkieTutorials bling. Like there's a reason I think why NikkieTutorials collabed with Ofra for highlighters, because this is like from space craziness. I'm actually wearing this one on my cheeks today. This one is called Blissful. That's what, let me see if you can check my blang. I love that Ofra is not just doing the large, really expensive pans now, that they're doing like a large pan with lots of colors, and they're also doing smaller pans in like a palette because it makes it a little bit more reasonable as far as the pricing of it. Because I always look at Ofra highlighters and it's like, they're amazing, but man, they're expensive. So I feel like getting one of these is much better, you know, than getting just one color in those huge pans, because they're kind of outrageously priced, but they're really good. Let's go back into eyeshadow palettes for a bit, because I do feel like some brands, their strength really is their eyeshadow palettes. Anastasia Beverly Hills being one of them. Their newest formula of eyeshadow palettes are fantastic. They are a bit messy to work with. You have to be really careful and gentle with your brush when you use them, but if you can do that, they are just some of the most pigmented, beautiful, creative eyeshadow palettes that I've seen. And I know that people are gonna laugh at me when I say creative, but I do feel like they're creative. I do feel like they're different. I do feel like they're trying to think out of the box box with their eyeshadow palettes and the colors that they're choosing. I mean, the Riviera palette, I absolutely love this. I did hear recently that people were having an issue with some reaction. People that are sensitive to some eyeshadows were having issues with this. I never had that problem with it, but these colors, man, are you kidding me? They're incredible. They're so well put together, and they're absolutely beautiful. Really love these, and I like it better than their brow products. If I had to choose brow products, I would choose Benefit over ABH. They just work better for me. Two more eyeshadow palettes, Too Faced, Chocolate Gold. I don't know what happened here, but I feel like this is a standout Too Faced eyeshadow product. There's something different about this formula. There's something different that gives it like some extra pizzazz, and I just love the way that this looks. I love the creativity in the shades. I love the opacity of the foiled shades and how easy they are to work with. I love this corner of matte here where you can build like a nice neutral base and then throw just one pop of color or two pops of color on it. It's so user-friendly, so easy to use. The formula is fantastic. I don't know why it seems like Too Faced isn't really using this exact formula. Again, I don't know why. So if Too Faced, for whatever reason, decides to watch this, you do this again, but with different colors. And the last one I wanted to mention, eyeshadow palette-wise, of course, is Juvia's Place, which is one of my absolute favorite eyeshadow formulas of all time, and I love that they are such a lower price point for such a high-quality formula. That's what I'm wearing on my eyes today, is this palette here. This is the original Warrior palette, and it is just fun to play with. Juvia's Place palettes are toys for me. They're just straight-up toys, and I think I've said that multiple times, and people ask me all the time, well, which Juvia's Place palette would you recommend? And I would say, well, what colors you like? And I would say, look at their website, look and see what colors you like, and then pick the one you like the best. Because honestly, it's one of the most consistent eyeshadow formulas on the market. Unlike Too Faced, that it seems to be all over the stinking place as far as quality of their eyeshadow palettes, from their holiday palettes that tend to be complete duds all the way up to something like this, and then the chocolate bar palette. I mean, I feel like they just have way too many formulas. They need to find the one that works and stick with it, and that's what Juvia's Place has done. They are made in the People's Republic of China, but they're formulated in the United States. So I think that's what really makes the difference here, is that they're not just taking a stock formula from China out of their factory, they're making their own, and I think that's what sets them apart and what makes them be able to have this incredible formula at such a low cost. When they have sales, their sales are like 50% off, and they're already not that expensive. So definitely recommend these. You can get Juvia's Place at ULTA. I know ULTA online. I know my ULTA store sells them. I'm not sure if all ULTA stores sell them, but my ULTA store does have them. Moving on to mascaras, talking about ULTA, the Essence Lash Princess mascara. This is what I think of when I think of Essence. This is their standout product to me, especially this particular mascara. This one is the Volume Mascara. Oh my gosh, look at this wand. Okay. So it is a different type of wand. It's rounded on one side and then it's flatter on the other side, but that really makes it easy to kind of go in and wiggle in the lashes. The little, I don't know what you call those things, the fibers, they're not fibers, the little, I don't know, pokey porcupine thingies. I don't know, whatever you want to call them. They're spaced out perfectly. They're so you can really wiggle it within your lashes to make sure that everything is coated nicely, and it's just a fantastic formula. Makes my lashes nice and long, nice and full. Of course, the strength of this is volume rather than length, but it definitely adds length as well. Highly recommend this one. This is the standout product to me from Essence. Another standout mascara is the Stila Huge Mascara if you want to go high end. I actually feel like this performs just a little bit better than this, but the price point is like 2-3 times as, maybe twice as much. I think this is like for full size is like 20 bucks. And I have tried a full size of it and I really, really enjoyed this. This is just the one that I happen to have right now as a sample size of it. Just in really good length, really good volume, just a fantastic mascara that I haven't really heard a whole lot of people talk about. People usually talk about, when they talk about Stila, those liquid eyeshadows, which I personally really like. But I have a lot of trouble with those things transferring up onto my brow bone like real bad, and also some glitter fall and stuff. So I didn't want to mention those. I wanted to mention this because I feel like there's no problems with this, like none. Zero. This is my standout product from Stila. One more thing for the eyes. Let's talk about the lashes that I'm wearing today. These are the Ardell Demi 120s. I know the Demi Wispies are like the thing, the Demi Wispies, but these are the 120s, and I stinking love these. I love these because they're short on the inside and they're long on the outside, and they give you like that nice flared look without being over dramatic, because I find that really large lashes on me, I feel like look absolutely ridiculous. There's some old videos of mine where I'm trying out really long lashes and I look like I'm gonna fly away. I'm like a bird. It's like, and I'm blinking like this because they're so heavy and I just want to keep blinking and I look absolutely ridiculous. That's not what I get with these. And they're not very expensive. I think they're just like maybe $6, something like that for a pair of these. And I can use these over and over and over and over again. Probably at least 10 times I've used my my 120s before I feel like they're getting a little gunky from the lash glue. But it's usually because of the lash glues just built up and I've been too lazy to clean them. They're really a fantastic, fantastic lash. And then finally, let's dig into some of the best lip products that stand out from different brands. Dose of Colors, I've talked about these a lot. These are two of my favorite shades. This one is called Chocolate Wasted. This one is called Truffle. Chocolate Wasted is my one that I feel like can, if you like more of a brown lipstick, this can double your lip collection. So what I have on my lips today is a combo of this one here from CoverGirl, because we're gonna talk about their lipsticks in a second. This one is called Tempting Toffee. So I put this on and I thought it looked really nice in person, but for filming, I wanted to just go a little bit darker. So I topped it with Chocolate Wasted, and I don't know how many times I've done this in videos, so if you've seen this before, I do apologize. There's Chocolate Wasted on its own, and then I'm gonna put another swatch of Tempting Toffee. Okay, and then I go like this, and I just dot a little bit of Chocolate Wasted on my bottom lip. It's usually like 3 dots, and then I blend it in, and that's how I get it just a little bit darker, and I can make it even just a little darker. And you just kind of play with it until you get your right amount of depth. And it's stinking amazing. The Dose of Colors, while we're talking about Dose of Colors, the formula itself does dry down completely, but it isn't the most comfortable because of that. I do feel like it is the most comfortable, in my opinion, of liquid lipsticks that do dry down completely with no transfer. They're amazing. Now that we talked about that, now let's go into the CoverGirl ones. These ones are called Exhibitionist, I believe, and they remind me a lot of the Lorac ones. And I don't feel like the lasting power is quite as good as the Lorac ones, so I do feel like the Lorac ones are just a little better, but they're really, really good if you don't mind reapplying every 3 to 4 hours or so. They're not too moist in that they don't get all over my teeth, but they're moisturizing and hydrating enough on my lips that they feel really, really, really good. I have a bunch of them. Yeah, and it's just an amazing formula. I really love it a lot. And then finally, we saved the Princess for last. I think this is my last one. Yep, the Princess is last. Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. I've been using this so much lately. It smells like cherries to me. I know it smells like different things to different people. It smells like cherries to me, but what stands out to me, not only the formula and how it feels in the lips, how it feels just so soft and smooth on the lips, gives such a beautiful finish. It's got like this tiny little bit of shimmer in it, just the littlest bit. But what stands out to me is the applicator on here is so big and plushy and comfortable, and it just feels so good to go on along with the smell. It's like an experience. And that's why I love this so much. I do feel like this is the standout product from Fenty for me. For me, it was I almost picked the contour stick, but which I am wearing today, the contour stick, but I think the Gloss Bomb beats it out by just a tad. So that is it for my 20 products that I feel like are the standout products from 20 different brands. I hope that you found that helpful and enjoyable. But now it is your turn. In the collective brain of makeup awesomeness, where we help each other not to buy crap and to buy things that are totally worth it, leave your thoughts on these products or any products that are your standout products from brands down in the comments below. And if somebody helps you out, make sure you give them a little thumbs up on their comment. Leave them a thank you comment. And while you are thumbsing up, go ahead and leave a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it. It helps me out in the YouTube algorithm so more people can see this video and benefit from not just the information in the video, but from any comments that you leave down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Mad love to you, and I will see you in a video very, very soon.